back to my channel. My name is Kasey. Today we're going to be doing a viral TikTok beauty hacks. I'm super excited. I only have a few of them, but they're pretty interesting hacks and I've never tried them before, so I'm really excited. Also, go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up and let's get into it. So first beauty hack that we're going to try is, it's a video that's been going around on TikTok where she talks about changing up how you do your routine for your foundation. So we're gonna do that today. So what she says in the video is to first start with moisturizing your face. So I have my moisturizer that I've been using. Oh my gosh, can't talk today. This is the Biossance, the Squalene and Omega Repair Cream. This one's a little bit heavy for daytime, so I'm just gonna do just a light amount. And I have my cute little metal spatula that I use so it stays sanitary. My hands are washed, so do keep that in mind. I did wash my hands. So like she said, just go ahead and moisturize first. We're just gonna let this sink in really quick. Now, like I said, we're gonna let this kind of just sit in, let it sink in for a minute. What she said to do next is to take any kind of loose translucent powder and lightly set your face after you moisturize. Now, typically they always say like don't ever put powder on before you do liquid. However, this viral TikTok video says to do a light dusting of powder before you do your foundation. So we're gonna do that today. Hopefully this doesn't make me look like super cake face, but we'll see. I'm gonna use the Jeffree Star translucent setting powder. This one smells so good. It smells like the lightest hint of cotton candy. It smells so good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this one open, and then we're just gonna lightly dust on my face. Hold on, I gotta get it open. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my big like fluffy brush, just gonna dip into it, tap off the excess, and then we're gonna just like it said, lightly put powder over our face, and make sure it's translucent. It doesn't have any like color to it. Like this powder is like white, but it doesn't leave like obviously like a white cast on your face. Okay, now that we've lightly powdered our faces, she said the next step is we're going to use any kind of setting spray to set our face. So I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and we're gonna set our face. Now obviously wait for your setting spray to dry because you don't want to like put other stuff on top of it if it's not dry. So last step she said before foundation, once your setting spray is dry, is to go in with your primer. So once this is dry, I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass Mineral Veil primer and prime my face. And then after that, we're good to go and put the foundation on. Now let's hope that my foundation just looks so bomb and effortless with this technique. I've never done this before in my entire life because putting powder on before any kind of liquid foundation is like normally like a sin. So we're just gonna have to see. And then I'm gonna go in for foundation with my Anastasia Luminous Foundation. It's in the shade 130N. Just gonna go in with this, pump a little bit on the back of my hand. Now today, I'm gonna go in with my Tati Blendiful and use this to blend in my foundation today. Now I do have a mirror off to the side over here next to me. So if you see me looking over here, that's why. Trying to see if you can instantly tell a difference or not. What do you think? I don't know. I'm just gonna go over with my sponge here. Okay, so I grabbed a little bit more so I can do my forehead. Now, I decided to just keep going in with my Beauty Blender only because the Tati Blendiful, because I put the powder underneath, I don't know, I just felt like it was making it look streaky, so I decided to go in with this beauty sponge instead, just to kind of finish it up. Now, at first glance, I feel like it does make my skin look like really flawless from afar, which is great. I love that. However, I feel like when you get like closer up, like when I look in my mirror, I feel like I just look really textured because having that powder underneath. And again, I did go in with a very light hand on the loose powder just because I didn't want it to be too much, but I feel like, yeah, like around my mouth here and like my nose, it just looks like more textured. But like I said, from afar, I think it looks great. But once you get up close, it starts to look textured right here, which, not a fan of that. I don't know anyone who wants to be textured around their mouth. It's not a great look. So next I'm gonna go in with my regular concealer. This is the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer. Just gonna go in underneath. I got this weird like red spot right there. I'm not really sure what that's about, but gotta cover that guy. And my cheeks today have been like so red. Like, try to cover that up. All right. See how this does with concealer over the top. Yeah, again, it just looks like really textured. I don't know. It's weird. Also, again, this concealer is like really high coverage, but I'm like so red in my cheeks right now. Like you can see it right here and right here. It's like not covering it. So that's fun. We love that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up some of the rest of my makeup and then we'll move on to the next hack, okay? now that I'm done with the rest of my makeup, I do have to say that doing my foundation routine that way, the rest of my makeup went on like really smoothly. However, again, I do feel like my face, it just feels really heavy with makeup. And like I said, it just still looks a little bit cakey around my nose and mouth area, which I'm not a big fan of. But other than that, I feel like it made my skin look pretty flawless as far as like the application and the smoothness as it went on. But like I said, just a little bit of texture. So moving on, the next TikTok beauty hack is how to contour your nose. I know not everyone's into nose contour. I like to do it a little bit. I feel like my nose is a little bit big, and who doesn't want to just pretend like they have a nose job, you know? So, excuse this brush, it's kind of dirty, but I do have a set of these Artiste brushes. I know they're fairly expensive, but I use this one right here. I just love how densely packed it is, and I feel like it gets a lot of the color, and I feel like the way that this brush is shaped, it really just gets like the perfect, like, it's just perfect for contouring your nose. So the hack that I saw on TikTok, she was again using a brush like this. You can find brushes that are cheaper, but basically the same. So what she did is she took, like, I normally just use my bronzer that I use, and I dip it in there. And I like to tap it off just because it gets like too much, but she made it seem like you start on like this inner portion of your eyebrow and then bring it down. Normally how I did it is I would just kind of start right here and then bring it down, but she made it seem like it looks more natural if you start from this inner portion of your eyebrow and then bring it down. So I thought that was really interesting, and her nose contour looks beautiful. So let's go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna use this mirror right here, but I'm gonna try to get it in here so you guys can see. So she said to start up here and then bring it down like so. Ooh, see, you can already kind of tell the difference how it made it like a little bit darker, but if you start up here by your eyebrow and then bring it down, she said, like that, I feel like that looks pretty good. Let's do the other side. Again, I'm not an expert at nose contour. I only do it a little bit, so I'm not the best at it, but I wanted to give this one a try. I thought it was interesting. So kind of starting up here by your eyebrow and bring it down. Hey, I feel like that works pretty good. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera if it's like, if you can tell or not, but so I don't know if it's easier to like, I'm gonna start like that. Oh gosh, drop the brush on my face, that's fine. Now, I'm doing it a lot darker than I normally would just because I want you guys to be able to see the effect of it. I feel like that looks pretty dang good. Again, you can obviously see where I did it, but I wanted to do it a little bit darker just so you guys could kind of see. But start up at your eyebrow and then bring it down. Start up at your eyebrow and bring it down. Now, obviously, you can go back in like with, let's say, like this brush is the brush I used for doing my eyeshadow. You could probably go back in. Let's see, I have this like cleaner brush right here. You could go back in and obviously like kind of use like a fluffy brush and kind of go back in and like soften it a little bit just so it doesn't look so harsh. Kind of buff it out a little bit. Now, something that I also do that she did mention in this video is taking a little bit of that color and bringing it onto your nostrils and the tip of your nose. Because it would look really strange if you just brought the contour down the side, but then you did nothing to the top of your nose. You see what I'm saying? So by doing this, she said, helps kind of give you the appearance of your nose being smaller. Which for me, my nose I feel like is really big down here at the bottom. So I really like to do that. Now, however, be careful with the amount of product you put on your nose, because if you could do too much, you can make your nose look like it's dirty, and we don't want a dirty nose. So, like I said, you can kind of still see the color. However, I feel like my nose looks pretty good. It's all contoured. I'm just gonna go back in again and kind of just, you kind of just want to like soften the line of the contour. All I'm doing, again, taking a clean brush and then just buffing it so it looks a lot softer on the side. See that? You can still see the color, but it just is softer, so there's not a harsh line from the brush strokes. I feel like that worked pretty good, kind of going from the inner part of your eyebrow to kind of make it look like that's your actual shadow instead of just putting straight contour down the side. I feel like that worked out pretty good. So the next TikTok video beauty hack is, this girl was talking about how to put false eyelashes on. Now, I feel like I'm pretty decent at putting false eyelashes on in general. I normally will use like my tweezers to kind of help place them. But this one, what she did is she took her lash glue, instead of putting it on the lash strips themselves, she put the lash glue on her eyelid as if it were eyeliner, which I thought was really interesting. I've never seen that before, so I thought I would try to see if it was easier or faster or anything like that. Now, it might be a little bit different if you're wearing eyeliner. I don't know how well that will work, if it'll take the eyeliner off. You could always try it. But today I'm not using eyeliner. I just wanted to do the lash glue. So, like I said, I'm gonna take my Duo lash glue, and it's easier if you have one that has a brush because you can just apply it like eyeliner. So I would recommend that. So I'm just gonna apply it like I would any regular liner. You can kind of see it on there. It's kind of like a blue color. And I'm gonna take my lash strip, like right here, and then I'm just going to place it on. Okay, this lash strip is kind of like starting to look a little funky because I've messed with it so many times before. But that was like super fast and so quick doing it that way. Normally I feel like when I put lashes on with the glue on the strip, I feel like I fuss with it a lot more, but having it, the glue just on your eyelid like that, I feel like you just place it and then it's like good to go. So let's go ahead and do the other eye and kind of see. Okay, placing the glue. Okay, I feel like you gotta go a little bit fast, but grabbing my other lash strip, and then oh my god, jeez Louise, dropping stuff today. I feel like that was so fast to put my eyelashes on. Like, I'm shocked. I didn't think it was gonna be easier or faster. I thought it'd be roughly the same, but I feel like that didn't take me nearly as long as how long it takes me to just put it on regularly with the glue on the lashes, but I feel like that was fairly fast. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Wow, cool. So those are all the TikTok viral beauty hacks that I have for you today. If you like this video, again, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.